Well, come along to Douglas Borough Council. With me is a Deputy Mayor, Ian Clegg. Of course, in times gone past, I know you're in a different life with all your other things you've done, but how are you enjoying this, being a councillor? I must ask.
Well, I'm enjoying it very, very much, and it's an honour to have been elected, especially after working for the council for 35 years. So Douglas has been good to me, so if I can give something back, it's very much a great pleasure to do so, and a great honour.
Well, it's National Heritage Weekend coming up, and this is why we're here, because you've been having your mates dig in the bowels of this place. We've got some great pictures downstairs.
Absolutely,
where all the old drawings, all the approval that had to be sought for planning are kept. And you brought some up, which will be shown out this weekend.
Yeah, very interesting indeed, yeah.
I mean, some of the highlights. Should we start with like the old, you'll know this one, the old electricity station?
The old electricity station on North Quay, yes, that was built, and the electricity department first started in 1923.
Douglas Corporation were ahead of the time there, weren't they? Well, they were getting electricity sorted out.
They were sort of on the island. They were a little bit later than in the UK, but actually the good burgesses of the borough had been debating an electricity supply since 1900. And in fact, there was a party a party of councillors, aldermen and the town clerk, and they did a tour of Europe.
Oh, nice, jolly.
Yeah, and there's a very comprehensive report on electric tramways and electric power supply. So it showed the thinking that the council had at the time, to go ahead.
A lot of things on Douglas Head. I don't know where to begin. Like the Warwick Tower, we all remember that. Didn't last very long, did it? That thing got up and revolved around a bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't remember. It's before my time.
It only lasted about 5 years or
something like that. Yeah. I think it was 1909 it finished, something like that. But yes, well, Douglas Head, of course, that was there were open air amusement places, because the masses that came over, it was something new to them, wasn't it? Yeah. They're in the dark satanic mills, and the week away. With a boat trip to the Isle of Man as well, into clean fresh air and sunbathing and what have you on the beach, then trips up to Douglas Head. It was a unique holiday.
Yeah, so Douglas Council would try and make sure that was so they got the switchback. They had other things that may or may not have happened. I mean, there's things they disapproved, but I think they went ahead anyway. But it's fascinating, all these drawings.
The switchback railway, there was obviously a cafe up there as well, and of course there was always the Douglas Head Hotel, which I think was obviously private, but of course you could partake of some liquid refreshment there as well, which the dads liked very much. So it was all there, and you could come up to it, and even I can remember from the 1960s, you could get a ferry boat from Victoria Pier. You were ferried to the Battery Pier, and then you could go up the incline railway, which was there, or there were steps you could walk up to.
Got some pictures of the incline as well. One of those great pictures you had blown up here.
Yeah,
again, all overgrown, gone. It's incredible, isn't it? To think about.
Oh yes, and as I say, up to the 60s, when I was a young lad, I can remember a trip to Douglas Head was worth it. And then of course there's walking around the headlands. Yeah. Which is a great thing in the George Formby film, wasn't it?
It's amazing.
So,
Now, I know the tours are basically sold out, I think, so that's gone. But you're having all these things open up on, I think, Saturday, isn't it?
Friday and Saturday. Friday and Saturday, 2 days on the trot between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. And we'll have members of staff and myself and a few other council members will be down, and we'd like to let people wander around and
show you your parlours and things as well, isn't it?
Show you the mayor's parlour, show you the fact that this town hall was built and at the turn of 1900 it was opened. It was modern, it was ahead of its time, and it provided everything for the council to provide services for the borough and to move on. And it was very much future-proofed in the sense that over the years there's been so many alterations, but it's still going strong.
And the pictures on display showing the various designs, and the one that was pretty close to it had the entrance on the different side of it. But of course, even then, the fire station was attached, wasn't it? I mean, that's a pretty ahead of its time.
Well, it's Douglas Fire Brigade up till the Isle of Man Fire Service was formed. But even then, it stayed operating out of here separately till the fire headquarters was built on Peel Road.
Okay. So, do people need to book anything, or just turn up?
Just turn up. We'd be pleased to see you. It's as simple as that.
Fascinating. Thank you very much. And
you're welcome.
There's so much more stuff down there, isn't
Absolutely. It shows the heritage of what we've got to offer.